Adobe MAX. Where do I even begin? So this was my first time attending Adobe MAX, and I gotta say it was really awesome. So when I got there, like I knew right away just the number of people that were, I think there was 15,000 people, close to 15,000 people there. And the thing about that is like it's a high concentration of creative people. So I've never really been around that many creative folks all in one place, and there really is a sort of like energy you feel. It really does like have like a certain like feeling that you kind of experience, because everybody's there for the same thing. You know, everybody's trying to get better at their skills. They're trying to learn. They're trying to basically be surrounded by other people that are doing cool stuff, you know. And for me, like that's just kind of the stuff I nerd out on, you know. Like I love being around other creative people that are motivated and passionate. Yeah, like I don't know, there was a lot of cool talks that I got to see. Like I got to see Jessica Hische. She had this really awesome talk about just like finding yourself over and over again, I think it's called. That was a really like meaningful talk for me, because you know, she found herself through her work and through, you know, trial and error, and just like kind of going through this whole process of finding her true passion and calling. And I don't know, it really resonated with me, because I feel like I'm always trying to find myself in my work. I guess it was kind of like reassurance from like one creator to hundreds of thousands of other creators. So that was really cool. And then I saw Aaron Draplin's talk, which is really awesome. You know, he's a funny dude. Like he just knows how to get the crowd going. Like everybody was kind of screaming. So yeah, there was a lot of like high energy in the room, which I really enjoyed. One of the cooler aspects of MAX was just this community pavilion that they had set up. So it was basically a big room with a bunch of exhibits where you had like a Wacom station, you had a augmented reality thing. You could like take your own like 3D photo that's like, there's like a bunch of cameras kind of laid out. So that was pretty cool. Tons of like merch and like really cool posters. Like I think a bunch of my friends bought like some posters, and honestly, like it's just hard to not be inspired in a place like that, because you're just walking around like bumping into other creative people. You know, you could run into a UX designer, you could run into a lettering artist, you could run into a photographer, you could run into a motion graphics person. There's just so many people walking around that like you never know who you're gonna bump into. And I think that that's something that I've never really experienced before, was just the high concentration of creative people in one room. So that was pretty cool. I was really stoked to meet a lot of the Adobe XD team, because I'm super inspired by XD and just the things that they've been doing. It's cool to see, like, to actually meet the creators of the software that are using. And they're doing a really good job at just being very transparent about what they're building and the future of XD. And that's one of the things about Max in general, was that like Adobe is just, they're basically putting this together so that they can showcase to the world, you know, where they want to go in the future. So they basically released a lot of new features and kind of showed you like how they work on stage. There's a lot of Adobe XD updates like voice and auto animate, and you know, they have a new Photoshop for your tablet now, which is pretty awesome. And it's not like a stripped down version of Photoshop, it is Photoshop. So that's gonna be awesome for like creators on the go. Along with all the new updates that are coming out, they actually released a new product called Adobe Premiere Rush. So essentially that's a sort of like on the go movie editing software. It's basically taking the best features from Premiere and they're kind of putting it all in one, so that like people that are like vlogging or making YouTube videos, they can edit on their laptop or on their phone, just kind of like quickly edit on the go, and you have some like animation tools that you can use. So that was pretty cool. Got to see Ron Howard talk, which was awesome. I look up to that guy a lot, just because since I was a kid, I've watched his movies and they've really kind of like resonated with me. And one thing that he said that was really awesome, that I feel like it kind of just struck me, was
the greats outwork everybody. And they don't stop at age 75.
I don't know, that just kind of gave me the chills, because it's like, man, I need to do more, you know? Like, I feel like I'm doing a lot, but maybe I need to like just hone in on stuff a little bit more. So that was pretty cool. So I guess with all this said, like I just wanted to share a little bit of like what I experienced, because it was such a cool thing. And I think that every creator, every designer, every photographer, all you guys, like whoever's watching, I think that if you can make it out to MAX next year or even in the future, you would love it, you know? Like I highly recommend you guys go if you can. It's definitely worth it, because not only do you get to see a lot of cool stuff, you get to meet a lot of cool people. And I feel like that's priceless. Like being able to network with the creative community and really just like show face and kind of have fun conversations and laughs and just, I don't know, just experience this awesome thing together with people you've never met. This kind of inspired me to just go to more design talks, you know, and just meetups and just be around more creative people, because it's really important. You know, we're building the future together, and you know, events like this really enable us to do cool stuff. But yeah, I feel like I'm ranting now about all this, but hopefully this gave you a little glimpse into Adobe MAX and some of the cool stuff that's there. I'll be back with more videos soon, guys.